Did you take some time to discover you? Sweetheart, neckline, solitaire stones.
Having my baby. Like, also, I love this hair. If I back up anymore, I'm gonna be in the shower, but I love this hair. I just don't remember and did not have time to figure out how the heck. Like, I tried to put like overnight curls in it, but as you can see, it's not.
Dreams away to the summer sunset on a holy night on a long back road on the tears I fight. 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my dreams away to the summer sunset on a holy night on a long black road on the tears I fight. 15, the innocence was gone astray. Had to leave my home at an early age. I saw mama praying, I saw daddy grind. All my tender problems had to leave behind. It's been 19 summers and I'm not in my bed. On the back of the bus and a bunk with the band. Going so hard, gotta choose myself. Underpaid and overwhelmed. I might could clean, but still won't fall. Still working on my life, you know. Only God knows, only God knows, only God knows. 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my fears away to the summer sunset on a holy night on a long back road. All the tears I fight. 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my fears away to the summer sunset on a holy night on a long back road. All the tears I fight. 16 dollars, working all day, ain't got time to waste. I got art to make, I got love to create on this holy night. They won't dim my light. All these years I fight. It's been 38 summers and I'm out of my bed. On the back of the bus in the park with the band. Going so hard, now I miss my kids. Overworked and overwhelmed. I might cook clean, but still won't fall. Still working on my life, you know. Only God knows, only God knows, only God knows. 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my fears away to the summer sunset on a holy night on a long back road. All the tears I fight. 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my fears away to the summer sunset on a holy night on a long back road. All these tears I fight. 15, the innocence was gone astray. Had to take it home at an early age. I saw mama crying. I saw
You guys know that motherhood. Let's just get comfortable. Like, let's just relax. But I feel like I cannot get really comfortable until you can figure out what the heck is going on with this. Anywho. Okay, right. So, end up being a single parent. Like, and yeah, I just want to give my opinions. I think that I want to give my opinions. I don't be saying as much as I would like to about like how I feel about motherhood, but I want to give my perspective as someone who absolutely loves being a mother. Like, I'm not just saying that like just because, like, no, I love being a mom. Like, I love being a mom real bad. Like, I'm meant to be a mom. It's like my favorite title, role, whatever to have, like, versus anything else, like career. I mean, I love being a sibling too, but I love being a mom. No shade to my sisters or my brothers, but you know, anyways, I love being a mom, but also I don't necessarily have like the ideal perfect situation either. Like, I was not married when I had my daughter. I am a single parent now. Um, I'm 25. I had my daughter. I gave birth to my daughter X amount of days after I had just turned 24. So like most of 23 I was pregnant. And then 24 I was being a new mom and postpartum. And now I'm 25. But like I am like a year and a half into like my daughter being earthside, so I feel like I think a little bit clearer on the situation, and I kind of have to slow down because I can feel myself getting like have so much to say. This is why I should not wait this long to make a video, because then I became real excited. Even though I don't show sometimes, I do be excited. I'm just tired because I be momming, but I have to show up. Okay. So my thoughts on motherhood is from someone who actually absolutely loves being a mother, but doesn't come from, you know, the ideal outlook for having a kid in the first place. I feel like there's a few different ways I can go with this. I don't really want to be all over the place, so I'm going to try to say things I feel like are most important, even though I feel like they're all important. I feel like I realized throughout my pregnancy and postpartum journey, more so for what I'm talking about right now, my postpartum journey, that I absolutely love being a mother. It was the external factors outside of me loving my daughter and nurturing my daughter that affected my motherhood experience, if that makes sense. So just to like speed you guys up on where I kind of was after the last season ended. I don't remember what month. I think things became a blur. Like, I remember like the first month or two for the most part, as at least the stuff that's around my daughter when I had my daughter. I mean, at least around that part of the journey. But like some of those months after, like between when she was like 3 months to like unfortunately like 9 to 12 months, like to like 9 months, like it's a blur for me. Like that spring summer is a blur, but at some point during this spring summer-ish time, I knew that I was like starting to battle with I knew that I was starting to battle with postpartum depression. And what happened was like one day, like it was already something that I was thinking like this is, yeah, I can see this happening right now, but let me just, you know, work out, which absolutely helped. I'll give y'all some things you can do to help, maybe in this one or maybe another one, depends on how much time you have. But like, let me just do this, let me do that, blah 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 blah. But like I just started to feel really depressed, and it wasn't until like one day I was looking up on Reddit, because I feel like Reddit had more, I was just discovering Reddit too, but like more honest answers. And like, what does depression feel like? And for other moms, and for the moms that were explaining it in terms of like it feeling like rage, is how it was feeling for me. Like it didn't come feeling like a bunch of tears, though I was crying, you know, some of the time. More of the time I felt like more angry more than anything. And I remember at this time, like, okay, now, and I had took like this online quiz, so I'm like, okay, I 9 times out of 10 have postpartum depression. I know if I go to the doctor, and disclaimer, this is not shade to anyone, it's not criticizing anyone, this was just not what I wanted to do for my journey, and this was just the thought process I had. Is not to make one mom feel worse than the other for if they did this. But for me, I knew if I went to the doctor and shared like, okay, I'm experiencing postpartum depression, and you know, whatever, of course, as a black woman, we're already scared because like we don't want anything to happen to our kid. But also, I knew like it would be like, okay, well, let's put you on some medication to help regulate. Which I had some blood work done, and my hormones were supposed to be regulated on their own anyway. But by this time, like I was telling you, I was like between 6 to 12 months at this point. Really 6 to 9, I feel like is when most of this took place. I can't really remember it that well, but like I remember stuff about my daughter, but like the outside world, I don't remember some things. And then like some months during the summer are more of a blur than other things. For some reason, this summer is a big blur for me. But long story short, I did not want to go to the doctor and for have them like prescribe me medication when I knew that the reason why I was feeling postpartum depression the way that I was feeling it was because of external factors that were happening that needed to be handled first. So I have to be mindful when I talk about this. Oh, my best friend just sent me pictures from Easter. Okay, I have to be very mindful with how I talk about this and what I share. I'm very private enough as it is, but I need to be a vessel. But like, there were some external factors that I knew needed to be dealt with, and I felt like if I went to get on medication, it would only mask what actually needed to be dealt with, if that makes sense. So yeah, some of the things that I think, no, some of the things that I know will affect your journey as a mother is finances. And I'm gonna say that first. And I'm gonna come back to why I said that first. Well, actually, your relationship with God, I need to say one. I need to say that first. And we're gonna get into that too. But this is gonna be a long talk, girl. This might be a part 2. Your relationship with God is one, and we'll come back to that because I don't want to get too much. Relationship with God. Then I'm gonna say finances. Then I'm gonna say your relationship or partnership with the person you created that kid with. And then fourth, I'm gonna say is your support system. And fifth, I'm gonna say your actual hormones, like the hormonal changes that are happening, because it would be unwise to and not smart at all to completely ignore the fact that your hormones are going through so many changes, like so many, and they will regulate over time. But yeah, those things will absolutely. And the reason why I was saying finance is because we're living in a world now where like, you know, maybe back in the day, like everybody didn't have doula, but they had, you know, cousins, moms, blah, 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 or they didn't have the biggest support system. So they had these different things. But now it's like, you may not have like somebody that's super knowledgeable about births and for a mom that's still around, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And you could, if you got financing, you could pay to have a doula. Well, I think anybody should have a doula anyway. And there are actually some programs to get one, even if you're not like, you know, can't afford one. My doula was one of my friends from college who I love dearly. She did not charge me. I don't know if she wants me to say this or not, but yeah, so. And then postpartum, like my daughter's grandparents do not live where we live. So we got a postpartum doula that came and helped out a couple days a week. So just finance a certain thing. It's like you may not necessarily have it like built into the family system where like maybe other families had it back in the day, but if you got the money, you can get that done. Or like I think one time before we had someone come and clean. I didn't really like that because I just have a thing with like people coming to my house cleaning. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like I like the cleaning part. Then it's like it's not as good, or like, you know, where I live. It's just like creepy stuff like that. or even like laundry services, meal prep service. I didn't try that out, but I think that if I was ever have a kid again, I would definitely like make sure I have the coin to do that. Not saying you need to be rich to have a kid. I'm not saying that at all. You need to have some money though. These kids is not cheap, baby. And I want you to still be able to do, you know, what you want to do. But of course, you probably gonna have to budget and stuff, depending on when you do have a kid. But yeah, so I just didn't want to get on medication then mask what was actually happening. But you know, it was a wake up call for me in a sense because it's like something like to shake. Like something's gonna have to shake. And I remember earlier on in my like pregnancy or postpartum journey, I did feel angry, just like very emotional because I felt like I was doing something so incredible. Like it was so like carrying a kid and being pregnant with a kid and giving birth. Oh my gosh. Healing from that birth was insane. But like even the birthing process and like God just meeting me there and just throughout my pregnancy and postpartum, like it was so surreal and in some ways so magical for me. Now I think I did another video. I don't even know if it's still up though about my birth story. I may have to redo it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe around her birthday. Because I don't think it's going to get done by Mother's Day. But maybe. I don't know. It's just some ways it's so magical and like surreal. And it's like I'm bringing life into this world. And it wasn't until I was pregnant, unfortunately, that I was like, I mean, I knew it was a big deal. But like, I knew it was a big, big deal. But like actually going into it was like, nobody could have explained it to me how like I feel like until you're a mom, if you're a mom, comment below. Tell me if you get what I'm saying. Like nothing can like you can prepare for it, but you can't prepare for it. You cannot prepare for that psychological change that is gonna happen. I promise you. Because it's gonna happen differently for every single mom. And it's gonna happen differently for you depending on also where you are in life and the type of person you are, how old you're, like just all the things. So it's going to change you. And yeah, that was just the biggest things for me. It just was so much. And earlier on, I started to just feel like, wow, like what I'm doing is such a blessing. Like being able to carry and being able to give birth and be a mom is so crazy. And it's so, so, so sacred. Oh my gosh. Pregnancy, postpartum, and motherhood is so fucking sacred. It's such a fucking honor. Like, the world, like, experiencing it, it's some queen shit. Like, it is some queen stuff, okay? And I have so much respect for moms now. Like, I feel like I've had respect for moms before. Because I was a TT before. So my nieces and nephews got me. I'm definitely TT. But, like, now being on the other side, being a mom, I have so much respect for moms because, baby. And not to mention, like, our ancestors or elders all experiences being moms, but like it's such an honor, and the whole process is so sacred. And it really started to upset me because I felt like this is so sacred and an honor and like heavenly into some of the part, not the parts that's like painful and stuff, but like, you know, like the process of creating and giving birth to life. And I feel like the outside world, a lot of the outside world didn't necessarily reflect what huge thing I was doing. And it wasn't that I was like having a baby for validation or anything. It just, I started to realize more how much, and maybe this is like a United States thing, and also in some ways United States things, and then also in some other things that are more specific to us, a black culture thing where it's not honored and it's not sacred. Like, actually, the United States hates mothers. Hates mothers. I don't like. It's so sad. It's so sad, and that really upset me. That was really upsetting to me, and I kind of felt like when I gave birth, everything changed for me. But I kind of felt like to some people, or to a lot of people, it was almost as if they would seem. It would be like nothing changed. They would act like nothing changed, or like some people didn't really check on me that I thought, that's a story. Honestly, I don't want to go into that. If you know, it just happens. It just happens, and eventually things weed themselves out. But like, I just kind of felt like I was in such this tender place, and the world kind of expects you to just come back and like get back into doing all the things. When in reality, it's like being a mom has changed the way I even view this fucking world in the first place. Being a mom has changed the way I even view like living in capitalism. Like, being a mom has changed the way I view like friendships, relationships, like everything. And I said this in my first video, like being a mom really made me like question if I really, when I found out I was gonna have a daughter, I was like, God, you're giving me a girl? You're giving me a girl? Like, at first it wasn't that. I thought I was gonna get a boy because I'm like, God is not gonna give me everything I want like that. But then he actually did. He actually did. And he actually do be giving me what I want. As long as it's in his will. And when I did find out I was having a girl, it was just so aligned. It was like, why would I not have a girl? Okay? My nose, because I've been went off track. But yeah, and I remember when I had got pregnant, I really was just thinking like, am I really the woman that I say that I am? In some ways, yes, but in some ways I was not. Like, and it was like I wanted to be her, but am I her? Not really. Some ways, no, I'm not. But it really was like questioning me, and it made me want to like go harder from the inside out. Like, go harder money wise, yes, but go harder in general. Like, who are you as a woman? Who are you? So yes, and now I'm at the point of, there were just certain things that it was like, am I gonna be like proud to tell my daughter, this about this, or this is who I am, or this is how I did it, or this is what, am I gonna be proud to show my daughter this, or to give this example to my daughter? Because I am her first example of a lot of things. I'm her first example of motherhood. I'm her first example of womanhood before anything else, of girlhood. Like, in certain things it wasn't, and it was also that internal pull in me where it was like it wasn't aligned. Certain things weren't aligned, and now I'm to the point of like, now I can say I'm so proud of who I am now. Like, I was proud before, but like, I'm proud of who I am, and I am a woman that I know my daughter will be proud of, and I'm growing into a woman that I know my daughter will be proud of. Like, obviously she's not at the point to be able to, perceive certain things, but like when she gets older, like I know she is going to be proud of her mother, and honestly that's really all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. And even more than that, more than I care about her being proud of me, I care about raising her. One second. Okay, I got 14%, but they came and fixed this sliding door or whatever. And for real this time. So they have fixed the sliding door, and Excuse me, and brought the robes. But anyways, like, and now I can say like I just feel more like aligned and more just like the woman I've said I want to be. Like I said, I've always wanted to be when I got older. Is, and if I switch from sides because when people come and because I'm single, I don't be wanting people to be trying to try me. Like when we're staying alone as a single woman and blah 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 blah. So I said, let me put on this for him instead. So just being like the woman I am now, it's like I'm just very proud of her. Like I'm just very, very proud. Like I'm grateful for what I get to just experience like in womanhood, and now I just kind of find myself being in constant like not constant but like consistent, I would say. It's definitely not constant gratitude and just thankfulness of like womanhood. Like I love being a woman and like being a mother and just like the womanhood mother intertwined. I just love it so bad. And I feel like the when I was younger, like the woman I wanted to be when I got older, like outside of materialistic stuff, because you know I feel like I want to be the woman I want to be. Like of course like there's materialistic things I want and stuff, but like as far as like my character and my values, I feel so much more like closer to her than before. Like I just feel like she was in me all along, but being refined and will continue to be refined. Because like now that I'm feeling these feelings now of like, oh, I'm becoming the woman I want to be, like from the inside out, it's like I know I'm going to continue to refine and continue to, you know, become whatever woman. Because who I wanted to be when I was younger versus who I want to be now versus who I'm going to want to be, you know, much later in life, I'm sure it's going to continue to change. But I just feel really good knowing that. Like I just feel so much stronger, characterized and value wise, and just where I am in life. I feel like it took a lot to get to this point. Like, how can I say this? Like what matters for me started changing, which I think I could have said that before. Like what matters changed. Like right now, what matters to me is my time. Like I don't have time to waste. Like one thing about me, like I keep my daughter at home with me for one, so it's like I want to spend as much time with her as I can for one, but for two, I just don't be wanting to do so much that takes me away from her. So when I am doing other things, so like hanging with friends, or like I do a lot of solo dates now. I feel like I've always been a solo date girl, but I do it a lot more now. And it's just at this point just kind of like wrapped into my schedule on a weekly. So like whatever I'm doing or putting my time into or deciding which way to go, or like even like hanging out with people or like reaching out to people, like I have to intentionally like make time for that because I do value those things. But I have had to refine like, okay, what do I want to invest in? What do I not? And so now at that point for me, like when and I also say like as a mom, like moms be busy, like running. And y'all know I used to have a dog. He's with my sister now, so I do see him very, very often. And he's living his best like life with a single 20-something-year-old with no kids, that just work and put money on him. So he's having the time of his life. But like having a kid is just so much more work than even having an animal. They're both like having kids, but like nothing will compare to having a kid. But I think that's a good example. But just much more work. And it's just a lot. So like give your friends that have kids grace. Also appreciate them for trying to make time for you. Or not, I don't even want to say make time. Prioritizing their time with you. force you to be who you say you want to be. Well, they can. Sometimes children don't make people be better or who they say they want to be. Sometimes it does not happen that way. It just depends, I guess, on the person. I can speak on moms, I guess, and I can't speak on all moms, but for a good amount of moms, I know it does make you get up, okay? For a lot of moms. I can't speak for everyone. And I do know, like, there are things that do happen. But, you know, and it's also, like, as far as the time thing, it's hard to... I have to constantly catch myself from getting, like, wrapped up in the hustle, bustle, busy life. Like, one thing about it, I do not like being busy because busy does not equal productivity, and rest is productive. So if I'm busy all the time, I'm not resting as much as I need to, and that's an issue for me. So I don't like being busy all the time. Sometimes I am busy. Like, I might have one week where I'm working, I'm doing a few other things I can't mention right now. I'm being a mom, and on the weekends I have some things, some friends to show up for, some events to go to, like whatever the case may be. But then I might have another week, like the next week I might just work, and of course be a mom, and on the weekends I might not have no plans. And that's how I like it. Honestly, 2 weekends out of the month require for me to have no plans, for me to just dilly-dally and just do what I please. And that's something I had to learn because I started to plan a lot of stuff for, like, and I would end up planning things out because I'm planning so many things or meetups and all the things, and I'm not really leaving time for me to be spontaneous or even for myself to do things, or leaving time to literally rest because my schedule is so packed. And that's just not the life that I personally want to live right now. So especially with my daughter being so young and growing so fast, it's like, time, can you slow down? I have 5%. So I want to talk about one more group thing, and then whatever else I talk about will probably be like put over the audio. But one of the things that also happened for me that I feel like made my pregnancy, postpartum, even now, like so much shifting, surreal, and all the things is like, I was baptized in 2022 is when I was baptized. I found out I was pregnant in the beginning of 2023. Spent the whole year pregnant, essentially. Year. Gave birth, came 24. Throughout all of this time, I was growing also with Christ. Like, I was really getting closer with God throughout this entire experience. Like, it had already been like in the works, but through that I really leaned on God like so much more, and like he really came through for me. Like, even when I went through so much stuff, like, y'all, like my stuff, like I have a lot of things that were beautiful and I'm so grateful for, but I also went through some things. Like, I went through some real things. Now, are y'all gonna see it? No, because I'm not putting it on the internet. I'm just not. Like, God gonna have to tell me to do it specifically, and if I do it, it's gonna be as a testimony to help other people. A couple testimonies to help other women, other people. But like, I went through some things, and God was just with me. Like, it was really like, overall, my relationship just grew with him so much, and potentially maybe I'll share this. I haven't felt led to share my testimony in full yet, if ever, but like, things had gotten really bad for me. Like, even with the postpartum depression stuff, like, there were some good things, and I'm also just grateful that even with my daughter, like, throughout all of this, I was still loving on my daughter. Like, I still got to literally every day waking up, seeing her beautiful face and her beautiful eyes, just like looking at me and smiling. Like, most of the time she always wake up before me, or we wake up at the same time, but she always will wait for me to wake up too, or she'll wake me up now. But like, I'm just happy that, you know, whatever was happening with me did not touch her. or whatever was happening outside did not touch her. And I could cry about that a million times, but like, I was really going through some hard things, and I really leaned on God never before. Like, there was a few people that I could lean on during all of this, and some of this are like were like just typical transitions for going through a pregnancy, giving birth, becoming a mom. But also some of it was like, this is what is going on? It was just bad. And I just remember like being so low. I mean like so freaking low. Like, I would just put my headphones on, turning music up real loud, like worship music, so I could sing to the top of my lungs and not talk about or think about how bad I probably sound singing. I would just worship God, or I would just be in the closet praying to God. Like, I felt so bad sometimes. And now I'm to the point where my battery's gonna die. So I probably have to continue this later. But like, I was just feeling horrible. And then I just got to the point, like, I couldn't go on without God. And things were looking so bad for me at a certain point. Like, things were looking so bad for me, and my life was on a completely different trajectory than what it is now. And I could have very well lost my mind through the postpartum stuff. But y'all, God is so good. Like, God is so good. Like, he was with me the entire time, and God is a God of suddenly, because I kept the faith when everybody else, not everybody, but a lot of people, some people, just thought I looked crazy for having so much faith in God. And God literally came through for me, like, came through for me, coming through for me, still with me. And it's like, I'm just so grateful. Like, I just stayed in communication with God through all the madness that was happening, through all of, my struggles, my hurt. Like, I just stayed in communication through all of my anger, through all of me being upset. Like, God, what's going on? Like, how could you let, just stuff like that. It's like, still staying in communication, still staying faithful. And God, let me say something, God don't play about me. Ever. And I learned that. Like, I had real encounters with God and like real experiences to where it was like I could not deny him. And when it seemed like the end, and when it seemed like the end, and when it seemed like, and it's when God would do it suddenly. It took God 4 days. It didn't take him 4 days. He did, or showed me at least, in 4 days. Well, I had some things I have been praying to him for months. I mean, months. Like, months. In the start of 2025, it's like my peace, my joy, my peace, and my joy. There's one other thing that, but for right now, I don't know the words peace and joy. It's like my peace and my joy were restored. Like, and just feeling like myself again, but like my newer self, like my more like authentic self. Like, I feel more authentic now than I've ever felt before. But more of the story, the Lord really just redeemed me, if I'm being honest. The Lord really just restored me. The Lord literally, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's because I remained faithful or whatever. It's because I didn't give up. I will say that. And God literally covered me, like, throughout it all. I'm just so blessed, and I'm just so thankful for where I am now. And I just feel so much peace and joy and love, where it's like, I'd be excited to share my testimony, or to share, how good God has been to me, or to share certain things that I be experienced, because it's like, why not? And that's something I need other people to do. You need to release that shame. I don't know what it is, but if there was a certain point where I had to tell myself, release the shame. Like, there is shame attached to whatever, and it's shame I shouldn't even be the one carrying it. So it's like, sometimes also we can carry other people, we can carry certain feelings or whatever and identify them or hold them for other people's actions. And it's like, that's not even yours to carry in the first place, actually. So women in general, especially moms, but women in general, and certain, like, you release the shame and share, because there is always another day. Like, there will be another day. There is more life to live. Your life is not over. Actually, I feel like I'm just now entering my prime. Like, I feel like I had a baby prime. I wouldn't even call it a prime. I had fun. Like, college was fun. That was not no prime. This is my prime. This right here, this in my 30s, that's my prime. My 30s, my prime. For real. This right here, I'm walking into my prime. So, yeah, I hope I touched on everything as much as I can. We're gonna talk some more tonight. I gotta relax and charge this camera, but God has just been so good to me, and I would be so convicted and so wrong to come on here and not share with y'all the fact that the reason why I can sit on this camera and look this good and be this joyful and happy, and I'm tired now, but like just at peace, or do what I'm doing now is like literally the grace of God, the Lord's provision, like God bringing me through every step of the way. Like, the sun just keep popping up in my head. It's not much longer now. It's all on TikTok, but it's the same. It's like not much longer now. Things are about to happen quickly or something like that. I was listening to, I don't know what, the church this morning, but like, yeah, you have to stay 10 toes. Like, and another thing is like going through a situation will strengthen your faith. So sometimes you will go through trials to have stronger faith. Like, I have much stronger faith now than I had before then. Before I went through my wilderness, I call it my wilderness, before I went through my wilderness seasons, and God had to come in and gather my entire life. I gave him permission to though, and get me together and be like, nah, not my daughter right here. So yeah. And I remember I had a dream, and I'll end with this, where I was literally walking in like a forest, and there were other people there and stuff, and there was like a big long sidewalk pathway, and it was really sunny, really bright, but I saw the clouds ahead that it was really, really like rainy and cloudy, and it was storming. But after those clouds ahead of that cloud, it was sunny again. And I remember in my dream thinking and knowing, like, I'm about to have to walk through the storm, and it's going to be bad, but it's going to be sunny again. And that's what I got from the dream. And a few months later, it happened. Like, it was really sunny. I was driving, then it rained so bad. Like, I had to pull over and have my daughter in the car and everything. And then it slowed down and stopped, and I started driving again. Not 5 minutes later, it's completely sunny again. And I knew that at that moment God was telling me it's gonna happen. And it rained and it poured, but the sun shines again. The sun will continue to shine. So I'm just really excited, and I'm really excited to share more, because I feel like I was very much more reserved now, and I think I was more of a shell of myself, and now I feel just more open and freely, and just, you know, all the things. I'm excited to share more of like my personality with y'all too. So we're gonna continue on with the night, and I'm about to go charge this camera. But what I want y'all to take from this is give grace to mothers, get a relationship with God through Jesus Christ, and know that the hardest thing you think you're dealing with, you're stronger than that. And 4, you are the one, not the 2. Girl, get up. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later. I'm gonna lay down and maybe get some TV because my hair hurt, and potentially order room service.
I miss you. I'm talking to you. I miss you.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
My God doing a new thing, I can't stress about old. My Lord taking me out of my comfort, I'm just trying to be bold. Lord warm me up when my heart starts to get cold, North Pole. Lord help me not fall when the battle gets strong as the foe. They don't even get the goal. I'm just trying to win souls, devil in my ear telling me I can't, world in my ear telling me to go. This a tell in the show, gotta say it, gotta live it. World said that I couldn't, God said I could, then I went and did it. Used to die when I was out, but now it's different cause I'm in it. Used to live burnt out, but now it's different cause he lit it. Yeah. Used to have stains on my heart, but my God, you know that he rid it. And now I'm standing on a firm foundation, on a rock that I'm sitting. Yeah, now I'm just chill with it. My God, he take me high up on that hill with it. Praying for, I said praying for my problems, let him deal with it. Can't stress about no sickness, cause I trust my God, he healing it. I trust that my God in the room and I ain't feeling it. Gave up my life and now it's Christ who's living it. Who's worthy to open the scroll? Yeah, come on, selling it. My God doing a new thing, I can't stress about old. My Lord taking me out of my comfort, I'm just trying to be bold. Lord warm me up when my heart starts to get cold, North Pole. Lord help me not fall when the battle gets strong as the foe. They don't even get the goal. I'm just trying to win souls, devil in my ear telling me I can't, world in my ear telling me to go. This a tell in the show, gotta say it, gotta live it. World said that I couldn't, God said I could, then I went and did it. Used to die when I was out, but now it's different cause I'm in it. Used to live burnt out, but now it's different cause he lit it. Yeah, used to have stains on my heart, but my God, you know that he rid it. And now I'm standing on a firm foundation, on a rock that I'm sitting.